Hello, hello, and welcome back as I prepare to bear witness to two titans of seduction squaring off once and for all in the ultimate sexy showdown. In Perfidious, Pete plays Aven Colony. First, it was Cruise versus Clooney. Then it was Depp versus DiCaprio, Damon versus Pitt, Hemsworth versus Hiddleston. But now the time has finally arrived for the true ultimate showdown of seduction. It's gonna be Ban Wolf versus Bob Roper. Look at him, Ban Wolf, Lothario of space, sex appeal coming out of his pores. But then there's Bob Roper. He's basically Ban Wolf except with a sweet, sweet beard. The beard just oozes machismo. I don't know what to tell you, Ban Wolf, but you know, I think there's a new cowboy in town, and Bob Roper is here to bust Broncos and break hearts, and he's all out of Broncos because this is a weird alien planet and there aren't any actual horses here. And also, if there were horses, we'd probably be eating them as opposed to riding them. But still, right now, the only thing anybody's eating up around this place is the ladies eating up Bob Roper. They're eating up his stylings, man. He's got that kind of good-natured, laid-back country boy drawl thing going on. Oh, well, shucks, Pete. You know what to say. You can take the boy out of the cow, but you can't take the cow out of the cowboy. Wait, hold on. Can you... Wait, let's back that truck up there, Bob. I'm about as hillbilly as it gets, and I've literally never heard anyone say that, ever. Also, now I'm curious, do they have a lot of sex with livestock where you're from, Bob? Because it sort of sounds like maybe they're having a lot of sex with livestock. Either way, you know what? It makes me really glad that one of the only things we're growing on the farm around here are melons, though I'm sure if you're into livestock, you probably hear the word melons and immediately make a breast comparison and then go try and hump a cantaloupe. The ladies love Bob, but, you know, I'm finding that he comes with some reservations. I think I'm still more of a Ban Wolf fanatic. For me, there is and always has been only one true sexiest man in space, and it's Ban Wolf. What do we got to do, though? Well, we've got to win a referendum, which I don't think really should be that difficult. Most of our colonists are pretty happy with the way we've been going. We got to export 200 broccoli, which we're working on it. Trade vessel arrived. Okay. Speaking of which, hey, our trade vessel, could you stop... Oh, wait, that's new colonists. Trade hub. Yeah, we need to change what you're doing here. We want you to stop trading that for ration packs. We're actually going to uncheck that one. And instead, go take them broccoli, because I want sweet soda. This is the greatest trade of all time. This is why we play Aven Colony right here. What are we going to do? We're going to get rid of a bunch of broccoli that is basically poison and we don't want. And what are we going to do? We're going to get a bunch of sweet, sweet, sugary soda. And speaking of sweet, sweet, sugary soda, you know, our third objective is to build a chemical plant here. I really feel like we should do that. We kind of need an industrial district for our city. And I'd like to put my chemical plant over here near what I plan to have be some more greenhouses. First things first, though, if we go look at our overlay map, we do have a little bit of a commute problem. People are not happy about walking out to this farm to work, so what we're going to do, we're going to build a rural district first. We'll give them a quick habitat. They can come over here. This makes their commute shorter. It'll get rid of this commute penalty for us. In theory, at least. So, want to go away, overlay, though? Thank you. In theory, at least, that gets rid of the commute penalty. Then we're going to drop another greenhouse in here. Just right over here by the farms. And we're going to make... We've got, like, a whole... It's not really an industrial sector. It's more of an agricultural sector. We're going to tag that in. And then we're going to start building our chemical plant. And I think we're going to build our chemical plant also over here. I'm going to start cranking our industrial sector out in this direction. Pete, why are you putting the industrial sector right next to the farm? Because I like pollutants and chemicals, that's why. We got 150 soda for 20 broccoli. It's the greatest trade of all time. We also picked up 9 more immigrants. Pete, when are you going to turn off immigration? I don't really plan on turning off immigration anytime soon, though we are running into a bit of a power issue at the moment. 1, because it's winter, which never is going to help. 2, well, we're just building more structures, and those structures are slowly taking our power away. We got to figure out how to get more power. I'd really like to build another geothermal vent, since it seems like the vast majority of our power is being generated from geothermal. But if we build all the way out here, One, it's like a really long walk, but that's a long way to go for a geothermal vent. I don't suppose there's one closer, is there? Oh, can we not? No drones in range. All right. What are you? Weird looking plant. I thought maybe you were harvestable in some capacity, but I guess I was wrong. Are there any other geothermal vents nearby? There are not. So we're gonna have to look for some alternative solutions then to our energy issues. Yes, I know you really want me to build a chemical plant, but I can't build a... What is this? Keep thinking all of these really weird and interesting looking objects are something we can interact with, and then I'm disappointed when it turns out, nah, it's not anything you can interact with, it's just there. Greenhouse is built. New habitat is built. It's already got 16 employees. Most of the people that work on this farm are going to be working there. How you guys doing? Oh, wow. You guys are awesome. You know what? I really don't want you guys making melons. Oddly enough, what I'd really like you guys to grow is some wheat. Because I also plan to make a mill. I'd like to start building bread. Do you build bread, Pete, or do you bake bread? Hey, you can bake your bread if you want. Me, I'm building it. I build my bread. Maybe we'll just throw in some, some solar panels, I guess. It takes 30 nanites. Wow, these take a ton of nanites, but they do generate a lot of power. They're also automated, I believe, correct? You are 100% automated and require, yeah, they require no additional services or structures, so any of our dead spaces, maybe we'll just start filling up with solar panels. That'll help alleviate some of our power woes. We should also look and make sure, do any buildings require upgrades at the moment? Let's check our structure overlay. So, yeah, we got a couple here. This storage depot, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade you. This habitat is probably good. Construction drone hub, you know what? Sure, it wouldn't hurt to upgrade you. Police drone hub. I'm not that worried about crime, but if McGruff the crime dog is over there sitting on his hands, I really feel like we should probably upgrade him and, you know, get Scruff McGruff out there doing his job, taking bites out of crime. 25 out of 36, huh? Well, let's upgrade you. And the greenhouse we're just going to also upgrade. I think we'll wait for colonists before we spring for any more upgrades. Also, you know, we're having a little bit of nanite issues, too. Immigration vessel just brought us some more people. Good. Trade vessel? Yeah, that's right. You get rid of that broccoli and you bring in that soda. You haul it in. I want some of that delicious soda. Pete, what are you doing with that soda? Nothing, because we don't have a dispensary. Speaking of which, like, how big is a dispensary? These guys are adamant about the chemical plant, though. Okay, you know what? Just here, I'll build a fucking chemical plant if you'll go away. I'll build a chemical plant right next to the farm. Will that make you happy? It says it's blocked, though. Why are you blocked? Because of this hill. We can't build uphill? Well, that's going to put a pretty significant damper on the colony, I got to admit. If we're not able to build uphill, that's a bit of an issue. I mean, I suppose we could put a chemical plant over here, but who's going to work in it? We've got access to what? You know, a respectable number of potential workers here. I suppose we can make a do. We're really going to have to densify our population, but we've got 3 structures here that should be close enough that they won't require anybody to be upset about their commute. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with this out here, then. We're basically just wasting power on this tunnel. We built this habitat, and the only people that are ever going to live in it are a bunch of hillbilly dirt farmers. Bob Roper will fit in right well over there. Be like, yeah, boy, you know us. We's over here, just us cow fuckers living in this one habitat. We ain't got no cows, but we reminisce about the times back on Earth when we used to have cows and used to sneak out into the pasture come night and hump them. Our lightning tower was hit. We got 9 units of energy. Speaking of which, don't we have like a policy screen or something where we're supposed to be? It's not an overlay. Colony control panel. We have policies. Shouldn't we have the battery power? We should enable the battery power policy. Disabled. Zone has sufficient power. Oh, battery power only comes on when we need it, huh? All right.
It's time for a referendum election.
Well, I'm pretty sure we did okay. Morale, everybody, I mean, morale is a little low because I think our people want, mostly what they want is just housing. Or what they want is just like
I've
luxury
consulted
goods.
with Commissioner Veronica, and
Let's
I'd like
pause
to
for a
make a
minute.
few recommendations as to how to best serve your people.
All right, I mean, I'll listen to you because you got a fantastic booty, and you're the one lady who's managed to resist the charms of both Bob Roper and Ban Wolf. Not that you're, gonna prove vulnerable to my charms or receptive to my charms, and you're right to disdain me. Most ladies do, but that's fine. What do you want us to do? Intari and Xenosage use our chemical plant to manufacture cerulean glow. So your advice is make drugs. That's what you should do, Pete. If you want your people to be happy, you should make a lot of drugs.
The Constitution guarantees your citizens the right to vote on their colony governor. It looks like that time is upon us again.
Well, let's see how we did. Are they voting, like, right now, or what? Colonists have access to consumer goods they crave. Entertainment. Unemployed colonists grow less happy the longer that we have higher crime rate. Oh, this is okay. View morale. That's consumption. See, yeah, they're a little unhappy. How's their health? Okay, not great. Freedom. They're happy about the freedom. They like the fact that they have minimal commutes. They're okay with the air quality. I don't understand. Is this good or bad? They're a little upset about... What do you mean crowding? How can they possibly be upset about crowding? Overall total is 79. Water, food, crime is low. Man, our people are actually... Okay, so purpose is what's bolstering us. We really got to crank the colony up then. We got to get these people happier, because once that purpose boost goes away...
It's time for a referendum election.
Yeah, you keep mentioning that, but once that's over, we're going to be in trouble. So, back to this whole drug policy thing, then. Veronica, I thought about getting a colonist hooked on drugs. At first, it didn't seem like a fantastic idea. Now that you mention it, however, though, you know what? I think maybe I'm on board. So, what are we going to convert? We could make soda, a sugary, high-calorie drink. It's very unhealthy. We can manufacture that. What does it take to manufacture? Probably just corn, right? Which we should have truckloads of. Well, we need corn syrup. A sugary, unhealthy, high-calorie food that can be manufactured in large quantities from corn and water. Done. Start making corn syrup. We're going to have you make corn syrup, but then aren't we going to need another factory that's like cranking out the sodas, though? We're making Planet Coca-Cola here. We're coming in. This is going to be you know what? Just, immediately build another one. And we're going to have, as soon as that one's built, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have it start making soda. Objective completed. We have successfully exported broccoli. Trade vessel got rid of the last of our broccoli. Good. Let's stop growing it then. Broccoli, stop being grown on my... Okay, so we're still making wheat. And I do want to build a mill too, because I think bread will help make our people happier as well. So you're making wheat, which is fine. You're growing broccoli, but, not anymore at all. We're probably going to need... One of our farms is growing corn. You're growing melons. You're growing... Okay, you're growing corn, then. We definitely need to be growing corn if we're going to be making corn syrup. We could have a source of it. And we need a dispensary as well. Let's start looking at entertainment. Our people are not super happy. An enhancer dispensary supports the distribution of enhancers and manufacture of native plant species, which can modify the morale, health, and productivity of your colonists. We should also really build a bar and grill. I mean, I think the time has come. Oh, it takes almost nothing to build a bar and grill, and it makes everybody around it, like, way happier. So let's find, like, a good population density. Grab the population overlay. Well, I really want to know where they live, though. Housing is what I'm looking for. So if we drop a bar and grill here, we're going to get... I mean, it covers basically everyone. Yeah, all right. There's the bar and grill. It does take 10 workers. We've got to have people who work in our bar and grill. What other kind of, didn't we build a park? I thought we built a park. Yeah, we have a park. A retail center. Increases morale by offering basic retail goods to your colonists. We don't really have any retail good production, though. How do we make retail goods? Can a nanite processor make retail goods? It just makes nanites. VR center, a hospital. Hospital would be good as well. Takes 18 power and 18 workers. You know what? Build a hospital. We can build... I don't want to build a hospital. Don't build it on top of the farm. Your health comes at a price. The price? Dinner. No food for anyone ever again. I'd like our hospital to be sort of centrally located if possible, but I think we're going to wind up... The hospital's going to take a bunch of power. Let's crack down some more of these tier 3 solar panels just to make sure that we don't run out of power. We get those lobbed in. A Zorium generator, which I'm going to guess generates energy, better energy batteries. Not really worried about it. We just fixed the power thing with solar. At least part of the power thing with solar. Our power in the winter is going to suck. That's admittedly a problem. But we got to start making our citizens happier. And, oh shit, we're at it. Well, you know, I could do some of this without the game paused, I suppose. I'm so hesitant I'm going to make a mistake, like, while in live action and have something go wrong, but Aven Colony is pretty forgiving in that respect.
I'd like to facilitate a trade arrangement.
Want us to export a bunch of barley, huh? Okay. I mean, we have barley, I believe. One of our farms is growing barley so that we can turn it into porridge. Was it not? Someone? Barley? No one is growing barley. You're growing wheat. You're growing corn. You're making the melons. What are you growing over here? You're also growing wheat? We don't really need 2 places growing wheat. You grow barley. Plus, in a mill, I think we can turn barley into porridge. So we'll start exporting some barley. Trade center? Let's get you on a barley run here. Oh, you're already doing it. Oh, you're bringing us candy! Candy for barley? I love it. That's fantastic. Yes, do that. Alright, so our power is straight up through the roof now. Power will be 347 in winter. We're almost at our power capacity then for winter, which means we're going to need another one of those freaking... Okay. I need another solar panel. Our people should be really happy about the fact that we're using, like, exclusively green energy, though, right? You guys got to be super stoked about how eco-friendly our colony is. Right? You guys are happy about the eco-friendliness of the colony? Am I correct in saying this? You guys are like, yeah, Pete, we love it. Make 200 cerulean grow. In Tari and Xenosage, we can use our chemical plant to make cerulean glow. Also, we gotta... When is the referendum, by the way, and how are people voting? It's time to initiate referendums. Your objective for this mission is to win your first referendum election. Keep your colonists happy. You need at least 50% of your inhabitants happy to win. The first occurs next year, but when is that specifically? Oh, we need way more food, though. 14.4 food per colonists. Many of them are starving. Oh, you're supposed to be converting corn syrup into soda? So we're converting all... We've converted basically all of our corn into corn syrup? Alright. Can we set limits on this stuff? Be like, stop once you get so much? Or are we just going to make soda till all the soda is gone? Because we should really stop converting some of this. Let's... I mean, you're making... We have plenty of corn syrup. Let's shut you down for a minute. Or we could just change your conversion. Here, let's put you on cerulean glow. Stop making corn syrup. Or here, just turn the corn syrup that we have into soda.
Referendum, but here's the feedback I've compiled from your citizens.
Seasonal referendum place you at 83% of the vote. You need a majority to continue governing. Negative sentiments include, I miss the shopping centers on the colony ship. The colony doesn't take law and order seriously. There are too many people where I live.
Good news. Your citizens seem happy with your performance, and I think you have a good chance to win this referendum.
Are we really crowded, though? Like, it doesn't seem like we'd be really particularly crowded. Why are we experiencing crowding? Because everybody lives here? I mean, this habitat is fully upgraded. Only 15 people live here. 12 people live here. I mean... Except for the Prometheus lander, where 16 people live in which we cannot upgrade. Everybody's... I mean, I feel like crowding should not be much of an issue. This place is admittedly a little crowded, but it's right in the center of town. I mean, who doesn't want to live downtown? This is where the action happens. Also, it's where Ban Wolf and his, competition, Bob Roper, both live there, so... It's going to be hotly contested. Everybody wants to be near those two. Are colonists also concerned about crime? Well, what if we, like, don't we have police, though, right? Oh, so we have crime out here. Crime level minimal. Crime level minimal. What is... I don't understand what the little shields mean. Does this mean there is crime, or does this mean that we're fighting crime? Because we have a police drone. Did we not? We built a police drone hub, right? Where do we put the 5-0? Hey, where's the 5-0? Definitely in Hawaii, but 5-0's over here? Nope, you're an outpost. Where'd I put my 5-0 at? Where's the dragnet? Also, how's our air quality? Storage is good. Air quality is excellent. Population up to 149. Where did I put the Popo? Alright, we gotta zoom in a little bit here. Popo, where are you at? I know I definitely built some... You're Popo. Police drone hub. Alright, well, let's just upgrade you. That makes you a tier 3 Popo hub. I mean, I suppose we could... People are upset about crime. If they're upset about crime, we should... I mean, I'm tempted to just let the crime go. Just, you know, it's probably fine, guys. What's a little bit of theft here and there? It's not like we really have anything that's worth stealing, per se. Alright, here. You know what? We'll plop another... There. We'll plop another police drone in, and now the city is going to be fully incoppinated. When you're getting murder copped, you don't get to blame Perfidious Pete. I tried, man. I was like, hey, you know what? You guys should, maybe keep the police force to the bare minimum instead of engaging. You're like, they're like, nope, we demand a police state, Pete. So, careful what you wish for. Sometimes you get it. We also definitely need another greenhouse. We're probably going to need more. How's our water doing? Water's still at 22 point colonists. Okay, our food supplies are coming back up since we stopped converting all of our food into corn syrup. Once we stopped turning all of our corn into corn syrup, we rallied that around okay. But I really feel like we should just build... Are you upgraded? You're tier 2? Yeah. You know what we should do? We should just build another tier 2 greenhouse. Could we build it elsewhere, though? I don't really want to build barley. What do we need to make... Trade vessel has arrived. Yeah, okay. We need a mill more than we need anything, because we're growing a bunch of food, and what I'd really like to be doing is converting some of that food into better quality foodstuffs. Artifact containment, you know, none of those are what we want. Mining and processing structure, is that it? It's... Nope, you're a nanite processor. Why can I never... It's a resource management structure. That's what we want. We want to build a mill. And we want to make people work down at the mill. So you come here. We're going to build a mill. You guys start working on that. Drones, get over there and build the mill, because we have... Let's check out what we've got in storage. What kind of food can we start... Or what kind of stuff can we start turning into a better quality of food? What's our inventory look like here? So we have barley. And we can turn barley into porridge, which we're almost out of. We also have some wheat, which we can turn into bread. Because wheat, we should be... Okay, so our mill is going to be making exclusively bread then, because wheat we're building a bunch of and it's freaking inedible. Got it. Number one priority then is get wheat turned into bread as quickly as possible. We'll worry about porridge at a later date, because barley is straight up edible by itself. You know, you could go full hayseed like Bob Roper and the people at the town where he comes from and just chew on a stalk of barley. So let's have you start converting. We want you making bread. Inputs, it takes flour. Well, let's start manufacturing flour then. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and straight up upgrade you. I want you making flour at a prodigious pace. First you grind the wheat into the flour, then you turn the flour into the bread. Meanwhile, our food per colonist goes up. Okay, our food is rallied around. The problem was we were making all of our stuff into corn syrup. Which we have finished. Yeah, everything, all of the corn syrup has been made. You guys don't need to make cerulean glow. So we've made a bunch of corn syrup and soda. Now we've got 2 chemical plants that are just sitting here doing nothing. I don't want to shut them down because people need jobs, but we need these guys to have something to convert. And making cerulean glow is what we're supposed to be doing. Is this something we can use forever? Intari and Xenosage are going to be required in order to do that. We need to come up with a way to grow Intari and Xenosage. So let's figure out where and how to grow those. We're real low on nanites, though. Like, we don't even have enough nanites to build a greenhouse. Starting to feel like maybe we need another mine, then. Potash deposit we can use to upgrade our farm yields. Iron deposit. Zorium deposit, we don't even know what that does. Oh. That's something we should possibly keep an eye on. We didn't look to see how much copper is left in our mine.
To win this referendum.
Well, that's good.
Here's the feedback I've compiled from your citizens.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care about your stupid polling gallop. Why don't you beat it? You want to scram? I haven't been keeping an eye on our copper storage, and we're going to eventually run out of copper from which to manufacture nanites. This is more than a bit of a problem. All right, let's do... Okay, so we're going to have to make a thoroughfare that goes around here. No powered construction drones in range. That's very bad. So we're going to want to put a mine and a nanite processor out here, but the problem is we're going to need to build another drone construction hub. Oh, everything is scaling, man. Every time we need this, we need that, and then it's suddenly also, but in order to get that, we suddenly need this particular chunk as well. We can't build it there because it's out of powered construction drone range, so we're going to have to put it here. All right. Get to work, Jumps.
Good news. Your citizens seem happy with your performance.
Trade vessel
and
arrived.
I think you have a good chance to win this referendum.
Trading barley for candy. We'll do barley for candy forever, because barley, it's kind of bland. It'll make a thick, rich, hearty soup stock, but other than that, it's not very good. You don't. I would much rather have candy. Which would you rather have, a fistful of barley corns or a fistful of M&Ms? Alternatively, I guess you could go for the best of both worlds and just eat a fistful of barley M&Ms. That sounds not appetizing at all. I guess I understand why Hershey never bothered to make them. Hey, we have powered construction drones in range here now. How come we're not building these tunnels I dropped? Should probably be building the tunnels though. Powered construction drone. I asked for tunnels because we're gonna need another mine out here. Speaking of which, we can get that on there. We're also gonna need some people to work and slave in this mine. Why they gotta be slaves, Pete? I didn't say they were slaves. I said they were going to be slaving. There's a difference. Granted, the difference is mostly semantic, but there is a difference. I think we should just build a skyscraper. Wow, it takes 66 nanites and an absolute buttload of power. Also, our power in winter is going to be very... Yeah, we need nanites at a much faster pace. The next thing we're going to build is a nanite incoming shard storm. Sensors detected an incoming storm of ice shards. Though small, some of these shards have the potential to damage your colony's buildings. Well, I don't like that at all. I guess we'll weather the storm because we don't have a choice. We really need another net. Oh. I thought that was... Oh, crap. Stuff is falling out of the sky. Not on the farm, though. How do we stop this? This colony is a toilet. Why did we build a colony on a... Why did a planet where periodically just gigantic rocks fall out of the sky and murder everyone? This is a terrible idea. Were we... Okay, how's our structural integrity look? Because that's a thing, right? You can see the health of our structures. Oh, I mean, they're fine. We worried for nothing. Structural overlay, this is nothing to concern ourselves with. We're totally fine. Build a nanite processor out here. The sooner we get nanite processor built, the sooner we can start building another habitat to get the people who are going to run this massive industrial sector we're constructing. What are you again?
You're on track to win this referendum.
I really wish you'd stop talking about the referendum, lady. I know I'm on track to win it. It's fine. Insufficient power. The bar and grill was the first thing unplugged. Oh, right. It's wintertime. Yep. That's, okay. Forgot about that. Power. What can we do for better I just want automated power structures. How much does a tier 3 solar panel build? So the higher tiers are always better because it doesn't scale linearly. For an extra 10 nanites, we get an extra 10 power. So you should always just go for the max. There's no reason to not have them kept upgraded at max level. The trade hub is idle. Trade hub has been idle for a long time. Why are you not trading? What are our options? 250 barley will give us 300 of Jeff Goldblum. Yes! I don't even know what Goldblum is, but it sounds fantastic. It's probably a drug. An enhancer beverage increases health but causes drowsiness, which lowers productivity by 2%. I don't like that at all. I want drugs that make my people more productive, I don't want to give them a bunch of narcolepsy juice. I want to give them no-dose. I want to give them stay awake. I want to smack them full of that sweet, sweet crank. I don't want to be giving them something that's soporific. I want to be giving them hard drugs that keep them awake for 34 days at a time. I'm working on the electricity supply, but the solar panel thing is not really working out as well as I'd hoped. Speaking of which, we gotta find more places. Oh, here we go. Stick one in there. Any place we can stick a solar panel, we'll shove one in there.
I
mission.
need your help to balance our supplies on the colony ship.
Okay, fine. I mean, I was already working on it, but sure. You're desperate to get my barley. We're still underpowered. Man, wintertime is a harsh mistress, though, huh? Should we be paying attention to where we put these? Now, the solar panels work exactly the same pretty much anywhere. We don't have to really care about where we drop them. They're going to be as effective as they are, regardless of where we stick them. Speaking of which, more nanites, please. I need small subatomic machines that can construct themselves into massive solar panel structures. Also, I have a question. If we're using nanites, which in theory should be capable of self-assembling themselves into whatever structure we prefer, if we're using nanites to assemble things, what the hell do the construction drones do? The nanites should be able to build themselves. Why do we need the construction drones? What do they bring to the table? I'm spitballing a little here, but mostly just because I'm very curious. We're still underpowered. I mean, we could shut off these chemical plants, but it's going to make a bunch of people unemployed and very unhappy. I don't want to undo my chemical plants. Even though, wait, are they converting anything? They're not even doing anything, though. They're just sitting there. You know what? Shut you down. Temporary shutdown is fine. Also, there you go. Oh, does that makes all the workers there really angry? Worker happiness is 50%. They can find other jobs. We've got, look, they could go work at the greenhouse, or they could take a shift over at the iron mine. Why are you angry? Why are you purple? Oh, because you have to walk a long way. Right. Yeah, that'd make me purple too. No, I understand. Commute's a bitch. I hate it. That would up my purple factor as well. I'm not gonna lie. Also, you know what? I'm turning this back on. We have enough power now. I reactivate this. As soon as this gets built, we will have sufficient power. Trade vessel arrived. We got that whole Jeff Goldblum thing totally on farm. And I want more solar panels. We could have probably just built out here to this geothermal vent and been much, much better off, now that I think about it. But still, I don't want to go out this way until I have to. I want to try and keep the colony sort of condensed. Our air quality's going down a little bit too. Man, this is what I was both frustrating and fantastic about builders. It's always like a juggling game where you're trying to keep everything in the right balance. You'll be like, oh, we need more people to work these jobs, but the second you get more people, then you're like, oh, the air quality sucks because people are breathing up all our damn oxygen now. Now we need more intake vents. Of course, we need people to work those intake vents, and we need power to run them. It just, it scales. It scales. But it's also, you know, it's the full fun of it is figuring out the optimal solution to try and calculate how your people are going to be most... Wow, the air quality over here is shit, though. Yeah, you're right. We gotta fix this immediately. The air quality over here is basically poisonous. Here, let's put you intake fan. Let's crank you over here. I think we're gonna build 2 intake fans, and as soon as we get the nanites for it, double the intake fans because our oxygen quality is terrible. I also just realized there's basically
on your referendum victory, boss.
Thanks. I appreciate it. 74% in favor. You guys are not angry about commute, though, huh? No, you don't care at all. Alright, well, we're going to max upgrade this. And while that's going, we're also going to just straight up build another intake fan, too, because, again, the air quality over here is still terrible.
Your colony could benefit from more residential space.
It really couldn't, actually. Or could it? People are always telling me things, and I don't know what to trust them, because our people have deliberately said they're giving us oftentimes bad advice. Colonist overlay. The people over here are real upset. Like, they're not happy at all. Probably because of the terrible, terrible air quality, and these guys are upset strictly about the commute. You're full. You're close to full. Pretty close to full. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you guys could... They're right. They could probably use a little housing. They want us to build a skyscraper. We'll build it. But you know what? That's a mega structure, and I feel like that's something we're going to have to do next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see us build our first mega structure instead of just sitting around upgrading intake fans so everybody doesn't suffocate, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of Aven Colony every single day right now. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go contact the guy who built the skyscraper in Ghostbusters and see if I can get me one of those Zool buildings, particularly built for drawing in and focusing spiritual turbulence. I want my Dana Barrett on the rooftop, damn it. I want her. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.